Hello and welcome to my Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age playthrough. Today we are going to start what I hope is a long series, should be. I've played through this game countless times in different variations of the game, going all the way back to PS2. It's one of, if not my favorite Final Fantasy game. I know that's not the general consensus of most Final Fantasy fans, but I love it. I absolutely love the gambit system. I love a lot of stuff about this game. So today we are going to start a brand new game. I have so many notes on what I've learned over the years of playing this game. I have a full spreadsheet. It's how I do stuff, where I write all the stuff down that I learned so that the next playthrough hopefully can go better. So we're going to start a new game. It's going to be very cutscene heavy, and I probably should have turned subtitles on, so let's see if we can do that real quick. Or subtitles. Right here. Okay, I'm going to turn that on just for the sake of the viewer, and we will go ahead and begin our new playthrough. Like I said, I have probably hundreds and hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours in this game, across multiple platforms. I own it on Steam, PS4/5, and Xbox One/Series X. So, in addition to the PS2, metal case version. So, let's begin. Sorry about that noise. The cutscenes don't look all that great, as you can probably tell. They're not very high res, but it'll get us by. The game was initially 30 FPS on PS2, and now it's 60 FPS. I have it capped just under 60 FPS. Also, I'll be trying to do 30-minute episodes as we move forward. Hopefully that will work out. And if I can get to a save point, I'll save. Obviously, I'll be saving regularly. Try keeping to about 30 minutes an episode.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
An attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
Altea stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
We must withdraw!
No! The paling still stands!
Shield beyond sight, near failing light.
The paling's fallen!
Then it's over!
For my father. For my father!
Lord Rasler!
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
This story's pretty awesome.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Ashe's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria, the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Archadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramanas, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
You there? Can you hear me?
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Reks, sir. My name's Reks.
Good. Reks. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Reks?
17, sir.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanasta.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossel, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Reks. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
Okay, so as you can tell, obviously it's a Final Fantasy game. There's going to be a lot of cutscenes. I typically skip through all that because I've seen it, obviously. But I'm going to try to make sure I don't skip it. This is just so basic. It's like, yes, I can walk towards you. This is not the first video game I've ever played, but okay. Yes, talk icon, I got it. I'll try not to go too quickly through the text, but my instinct is going to be to skip it. Like I said, this is just a basic tutorial on how you open stuff and how the game works. So anybody that's played a video game in the past 15 or 20 years will know what they're doing here. That doesn't mean there isn't some complication later, obviously. The Gambit system is one of my favorite systems in any Final Fantasy. Now, there is a speed up option, so by pressing the left bumper, I can double the speed. You'll see the little icon pop up in the top right. We're going to do that because there's no reason to drag the battle out. That can get you killed.
Captain?
Should be fine for me. Also, I have it on the original soundtrack, the PlayStation or the original PlayStation 2 version. If it matters to you. There's an orchestrated version, and there's another version of the music as well. All of them are good, but I prefer the original stuff. By the way, there's a lot of changes in this version compared to what launched on the PC.
Headline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tonberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
I haven't even unlocked Gambus yet, so I can't really set anything up. We'll get there eventually, though. Alright, I mean, we're still in the tutorial, basically, at this point. The game does start a bit slow.
Vossler!
We'll get there.
Where are you?
What if Captain Ivalice has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Reks!
Quickly what? Okay. So, running the tutorial? Alright, so now it's going to teach me about save crystals. Yes, I'm aware of what a save crystal is. Gives you full HP and MP, so that's good. Definitely be using that. Okay, now you'll see that I have tons of save data here. 71 hours on that full game. This is kind of like a restore that I had for like before you could, when this game launched on PC, you couldn't reset your jobs or your classes essentially. So I had this saved with basically no classes set, so that I could just start there if I wanted to. That's a trial mode that I was doing, and you can see I have everybody capped out. Everything I've gotten on this game is completely 100% legit. No cheat engine or anything like that. So we're going to use this file. We're going to create a brand new save. Nice. Okay, now let's continue, shall we?
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Alright, let's do this. normally I'd go the way that you're not supposed to go, but in this case, we're just doing the entry level stuff here, so.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the Captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Archadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ashe, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Now apparently we're gonna go murder some rats. Okay. Why did it pick that one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Nice. Nothing like starting with rats in the sewer.
Wow, Vaughn, you got them all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sir, you haven't paid, and I...
What? Haven't paid?
On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Watch where you're going, churl.
What? My pouch! It's gone!
The boy! Get out the way! Oh!
What? Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
All right. We now have access to the world map. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna run. Oh, it's not gonna let me watch. Of course, it's not. All right. I was gonna just. One thing I can't stand in games is having to cover the area of the maps, and of course, this game does that for every zone. So, more than likely, I'll be doing that. You can see there's a lot of places that are marked off in red that I cannot go yet. We'll get there eventually. Having the speed, remember, this is like normal speed, but I have it going faster because there's really no reason not to, honestly. We're going to talk to this guy, and then we're probably going to cut for this particular episode.
Vaughn, I was waiting.
Penelo said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem? The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to an early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too? I can't leave my shop, and I've Penelo on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Alright, and now a lot of stuff just unlocked. So now we're headed up to the bar, which is the Sand Seas. But, and you can see down here at the bottom, your, like, I wonder if Kite's still at the Sand Seas. That's kind of your mission parameters, essentially. Alright, so we are gonna call it right here. Obviously this episode had a lot of cutscenes in it. It won't be like that every time, but there are going to be a lot of cutscenes. This is a Final Fantasy game, so hopefully you're here for the story as well as the gameplay. I think the gameplay is phenomenal. The story I think is pretty well done. In addition, again, some people love it, some people don't care for it, and that's fine. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed your stay today, and I will continue to release episodes. I'm more than likely going to pre-record the majority, if not all, of this entire run. So I would enjoy comments, but I may not be able to react immediately as a result of it, just because I'll have a bunch of these preloaded. So, anyways, again, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great day.